So yeah, back in the day, life used to be better. I mean, we didn't have like technology and stuff, but at the same time, you see, people find the way to poison everything. For example, I like make videos on YouTube to express myself. Now, I have to deal with hate. I have to deal with people showing my videos on purpose to the people whom I don't want to see it, for example. And all the fun goes down. You see? So I consider people to be a problem. I consider society to be a problem. I consider differences to be a problem. And when people say, well, the fact that people are different make the world goes around, that's stupid. That makes people hate each other. Because think about it this way. Cats and dogs hate each other. People eat chicken and things like that. People eat fish. Sharks eat people. So in nature, everybody likes their own kind and hate everything else around them. That's just the law of nature. If you look at nature, this is how it is. You see? And I know some people say, oh, you're Jewish, you need to marry your own kind. Well, but there's a hypocrisy there. Because let's look where the Jews came from, right? And how they look like, and they mix too. And I'm a little bit mixed myself, because my grandfather was not Jewish. So I don't care. And quite honestly, looking at this world and what's going around me, I am not even sure that I want to bring kids into this world. You know, because it's pain in the ass to bring them up. You have to deal with them. They're gonna piss you off. Also, they may have birth defects. They could be pain in the ass. They may suffer, get bullied in school. And like Life Was Overrated 96 said that if you're not gonna be born and if you're not gonna bring the life to another people, you won't have to worry about none of these things. You know? I'm not really an anti-natalist, but like really looking at this world and what's going around me, you know, I'm like, I don't even know if I want my kids to be to live in this fucked up existence. I'm really not sure if that's a good idea. Not to mention that parents, they want your kids to be certain way, act certain way, or marry certain way, you know. They want you, the parents always want you to be certain way, you see. That's a problem right there. I mean, yes, it's a kind of a contradiction, but because, you know, on one hand, you want to be with your own kind, but on the other hand, you want to live your way, you see? So that's like a contradiction right there. But at the same time, you know, you still have to have freedoms. You have to be aware of the laws, but we still have to have our freedoms. And there are always exclusions, you know. So why can't I be an exclusion? If you think about Judaism even, Abraham was an exclusion. If he would live the way his parents and grandparents lived, Judaism would never exist. You know? But yet, all these Jewish people, all about ethnic purity of Jewish race, and they impose it on their kids. What if their kids want to do their own thing and they don't give a fuck? Oh, you bad. Why? Why do I have to be forced to give a fuck about things I don't want to give a fuck about? You see? Why should I be forced into this shit? Why should I be judged because of that? That's anti-freedom right there, you see? I watched this Jewish guy. He saw the guy who was like, had non-Jewish mother and Jewish father. And he was talking about this is like the worst act of anti-Semitism. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, I don't want to even watch this guy. He's anti-freedom. First of all, the woman can convert if she wants to. Second of all, Why should you, if you're born into certain religion or certain race or certain ethnicity, why do you need to follow the cult? Why? What if you say, fuck this shit, I won't do whatever the fuck I want to do, and you don't like it, you can kiss my ass? A lot of people did it. As a matter of fact, the founder of Judaism, Abraham, did exactly that. You see? Because if he were to follow his parents and grandparents, he wouldn't believe in one God, he would be like polytheistic type of person. And he would probably, and his descendants would never go to Israel. They would be living in Iraq, you know? So what the fuck? You see? So why are you depriving me of living the way I want to live? Just because I was born a certain way. Against my will. And why should I be punished for it? And Jewish people still hating each other anyway. Look at Naturei Karta, who's been called anti-Semites, and they are religiously like 100% Jewish. They follow everything. And they've been called anti-Semites because they don't support Israel, killing Palestinians. You know? And they've been also taught hate and things like that. And they've been taught like how Christians